And welcome back to Angry Karens. We got a great episode to get through today, guys, so hit that like button and let's get straight into it. First one up today is a very heated exchange between a younger woman and a Karen that is very upset that this younger woman is actually wearing a mask. So she is losing her mind at her, calling her loads of different names, just being downright disrespectful, but at the same time asking the young woman to be respecting her elders. So it's a little bit of a strange situation. This is also on public transport, so there's quite a few other individuals involved in this situation, and it escalates very quickly. Let's jump into it.
Look at you, arguing with a 17-year-old. You're what, 63?
Look at you.
Like, you're old.
Yeah. So you have respect.
Can't roll
but
over.
You have no respect.
Roll over in your grave.
So what's going to happen when you get to around my age is this world's going to be
I'm going to be higher than
you guys
are.
are creating
A bus,
garbage. Because if you can't talk to somebody, you slave to me.
Exactly. Someone like that.
You're little bitches.
I'm wearing a mask.
Like this with the elders. Oh my God, please.
Well, then don't treat your trans people who work for your city.
We used to walk to school today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I live in Westfield, don't you? Like, okay, and I have before. Then, you walking off the bus then.
Because I paid my fare.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you. Go ahead.
Oh, you're reading my 6 feet.
So, yeah, 6 feet. Yeah. You made a big deal by not wearing the mask. You made a big deal by not wearing a mask. Oh, I didn't wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. You're a slave. Right? Did she not say that? Exactly.
Next up, we have a construction worker that has to stand his ground against a very, very angry Karen. Now, the workers were laying some fresh tarmac, and this essentially forced Karen to actually park about 50 meters away from her house, and this just was not acceptable for her. So naturally, the best way to deal with it is to get out of your car and scream and yell at one of the employees. Let's take a look.
Bruv, what is she doing?
I live here. I live here. Park there. Where am I going to park? Tell me where I'm parking. I'll be there to park, and I'm trying to park.
Next up is one of those situations that if you didn't see it, you genuinely would not believe that it has actually happened. Now, these Karen customers were having a few issues with this business. Now, the business has rectified those issues, or at least trying, which they don't seem to care about. They have some other cares that are completely ridiculous and just straight up rude and horrible. Let's take a listen.
Called the cops on me because me and my coworker were talking in Spanish.
Relevant, it should have been like, yeah, but I already gave the refund to her. I already told with my boss. I sent all the proofs. He be told with the postal service and see what is going on. And I still apologize for the inconvenience for the ambulance. And the rest, well.
Okay, well, why are we speaking Spanish?
It's our
About
own language.
I don't give a shit.
We don't speak about her.
When you have customers,
Don't not record me.
Sometimes you find Karens and you just genuinely have no idea how they could think this is a good idea or how they think they're in the right. This one is 100% one of them. There is a lot going on in this clip, so just for a little bit of context, the Karen here has actually purchased a meal from this restaurant. She's then proceeded to finish that meal but claimed that it wasn't good enough, so is requesting a refund. So as you can imagine, when things don't go Karen's way, her attitude just escalates and escalates until something pretty ridiculous happens. Let's take a look.
What you gonna do? Okay. You already know the rule. We don't be Jay. We not accept food. You already know the rule. When Jay, I don't know number. Jay, I don't know number. Yes, Jay. I don't know one rule. I don't know one rule. You in here with no mask. First and foremost. Okay, well I'll put my mask on. Put it on. Put it on. Hello. This is a black family. I don't give a fuck. That's the problem. It don't matter. That's the problem. Black people. It don't matter. Girl, don't play with me. What you gonna do? Pull that. Hello.
and they're trying to be hostile. So period. I want my money back. I'm at Rude Boy, it's in Church Street, at Rude Boy, Jamaican restaurant, or whatever you want to call it.
You already know the rules around here. You ain't it. You ain't it.
Look at this girl fronting. Look at her weird. Come on now.
Yeah, Auntie. Look at
She gonna put on her first. Hold on.
Auntie.
Oh, she don't got a gun. Hold on.
Next up is a typical Darren that is doing his absolute best to get his way. And of course, it's for a completely ridiculous situation. He has purchased a refurbished iPad, and when it doesn't work or something goes wrong with it, he returns it, and the store is actually more than happy to refund it as it isn't working. However, he is trying to exchange it for a brand new iPad. I think we probably know where this one's going. After not getting his way, he has a tantrum. Let's get into it.
And so I can't use it. So the only other option is to exchange it for the other one, but then you guys don't want to give it to me for that price, which is wrong.
No.
You know, because this should have worked, or it should have never got put out there. And you know, the thing is, even last night I had an issue where they wanted to stop me at the door and mess with me and harass me too. So
I'm not sure what happened last night. I wasn't here.
Anyways, you know, it's wrong. It's bullcrap. And I know that you're only a team lead to begin with, so I mean, it's not going to go anywhere.
Would you like me to help you or not?
Well,
because it sounds like you don't want anybody to help you. Or
you just told me that you're not going to help me because you wanted to sell me a faulty merchandise.
Okay, if you let me speak.
I don't care if you speak.
Okay, then
because
I'm not
you already
gonna
answered. You already answered. You already said you didn't want to sit there.
I said I'm not going to give you one off the shelf for this price. There was a reason why this particular one was marked out because it was.
And there's no statement, like you guys always do. No statement why it was returned. No statement as to it's a returned merchandise. It's just a yellow sticker to us.
Do you want us to return this or not? Because we can return it.
You ain't got a choice but to return it.
Another one of these Karens that just cannot simply follow any types of policies or any rules that doctor officers have in place. I think regardless of your stance on this type of situation, you just don't need to act like this, and it is a very simple thing to do if you very badly need to be there. This Karen here comes out with some pretty ridiculous and horrible things though. Let's take a listen.
You're just following orders, right?
Ma'am, just go.
Just following orders?
No, I'm doing my job.
Yeah, following orders. That's what the officer did, follow their orders, right? I do have a job.
You follow rules on that job?
Listen, ma'am, if I was medically hurt and they denied me service, they would be in jail. Exactly what y'all are going to be doing.
Who's going to jail? No.
Medically denying me service. It's going to come.
That's enough. Seriously.
I cannot believe. Brown shirt.
Next up is a situation that starts off at about an 80 and then reaches 150 pretty quickly. And of course, it's over a very trivial reason. The Darren you'll see on screen was apparently blocked in the car park, so he completely loses his mind at somebody else that's not even involved in the situation. You will very quickly see exactly why Darren has chosen to lash out at this man. Thankfully, he does not take it sitting down, and he completely gives it back to this Darren, who walks off with his towel between his legs. Let's take a look.
Sir, what do you say? I'm on a video. Do you want me to call the police?
Video. Call the police.
See something.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get a license plate.
Talking. I don't fucking tell me. Do something for you to come here. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not.
They want to. Don't ever say to go back to my own country.
Chinese.
Yeah. And you
So get the out.
keep walking.
Make me walk.
Yeah, keep walking.
Make
Let's
me
go.
walk.
Let's go. You gonna call me go back to my own country? I was born here, mother.
Oh, make sure your country, right?
Yeah. Why don't you go back to your country?
This is my
yeah,
country.
you an aboriginal.
My
You an
dad-
aboriginal. You
my dad
aboriginal.
died for this
You an
country,
aboriginal.
mother-
Hey, man, we're trying to
You
make
guys
a
come over
living.
here.
What do we do? What are we doing here? What are we f***ing doing here?
I don't know what you doing here.
Yeah, what the fuck? You talking all this shit like you own this place?
Yeah, it's my fucking country.
Yeah,
mother-
yours. Where the f*** is your property?
You're racist. What the f?
Who?
You guys.
And that brings us to the end of another episode. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate all the support, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe for daily Karen content.